Hi everybody. Clover, whitetail clover, apple plot update. I have them planted. I don't know if I picked the right day or the wrong day. Of course, it snowed last night. This is March 13th. Snowed last night. These trees had to get in the ground. I think they came UPS Friday, last Friday. Of course, I work. Anyway, so today was the day. I got them all in, planted them correctly, spaced them correctly, staked them, and you see the tree protector tubes. Essentially that's like a miniature greenhouse for these trees. It forces them to grow straight, try to reach the light, and I'll pull these tubes off next year, prune them, of course put them back on, and they're all staked. They'll be straight. So, and I did raining, but I did carry some water, so I'm gonna water these just because. But they're all planted. I try to do this right. Of course, this is Whitetail Institute clover plot, and it's planted, fertilized, limed, ready to go, just waiting on spring, warm weather. But I spaced these. This is how I did this. And there's one up on top I'll show you. It doesn't have a tube. Tubes were sold in packs of 10, by the way. Oh, these trees came from a company in Alabama called the Whitetail Group, or the Wildlife Group. I think it's the Wildlife Group. You know, I don't have the box. Anyway, I think it's the Wildlife Group Nursery. So this is how I did this. That's one of my stands. This plot, by the way, is good for every wind except east. And I mean, I can get up here, unless it's an iffy wind. If it's a steady wind, I can hunt this thing everything but bow hunt this everything but an east wind. Well, that's one of my stands for November 1st on. Typically, the wind changes to the north from the south. So this is how I did this. 3 different species of apple tree up top. The top protector there is an early season. It'll drop in September. Next tree down, mid. It'll drop in October, November. The next tree down is a late season. That's my Arkansas Black, by the way. I have 3 of those. Arkansas Black will drop December, January, late November, December, January. So I did early, mid, late season. Started again, early, mid, late season again right there. That's the second one up is another Arkansas. And then up top right there is one of those Japanese persimmons. It should be awesome. There's another Japanese persimmon I'll show you here. I didn't have a protector for it. So I did early, mid, late, early, mid, late persimmon, which is a late, mid actually. I think persimmon's October-ish, November. Then for my other stand, oh, by the way, there's not a tree here that's farther than 28 big steps from a stand. So I don't want to shoot that far, but I didn't want to place these things 40 yards out. You know, I hunt with a recurve bow. I want these deer at 5 steps, not 25. But anyway, closer, 28 steps or closer. And for my south wind and west stand, I went from the top up there, early, mid, late. And it worked out good. So these trees can cross-pollinate. So essentially, through the center, excuse me, through the center here, I have Arkansas Black here on close to me, Arkansas Black in the center, and then Arkansas Black. And then the way it worked out, Yates, and then Gibson Gold, Gibson Gold, Gibson Gold. So these things should pollinate fine. I bought 3 of each, just because if one of them dies, well, hopefully I have some backups. But this is the view. Try not to be shaky for everybody. This is a view from my south and or west wind stand. So this ought to work out. And of course, these lower trees, I did it right too. These lower trees are going to get a lot more sun. I'm worried about the upper ones, but if that's an issue, you know what, I'll just fire the chainsaw. But the way I looked at it, some of these post oaks grew, you know, 40 feet high, over a foot diameter trunk. These things will get enough sun, but these protection tubes will force these trees to grow straight up. So, all right, everybody, I'm excited. 3 to 5 years. Oh, by the way, they recommend do not fertilize these trees when I plant them. So next year, and none of them needed pruning. They're all rootstock whips, you know. But next, I guess this time I'll do it in March every year. I'll pull these tubes off and I'll prune these things, prune them right, fertilize them, put the tubes back on and hope for the best. And of course I'm close enough, I can get water up here. It gets hot this summer, I'll water these trees. I spent the money, but it is the wildlife group in Alabama. Just Google them. Good folks. The only thing I have left to do is, for some reason, I ordered weed protector mats. You know, I ordered the good stuff. I did this right. This is for a 25-year investment. But the weed protector mats didn't get in my box. I called her down there. They're going to ship them. So, and apparently they just slip right over the top. And that way, the worst thing for fruit trees is competition with weeds. So I'm going to do it right. I don't want to spray chemical on them. So here we go. A couple years, this is going to be good. And this side of the plot up here in my dog leg, I'm going to do use Smokey's deer lure that really works, and have some mock scrapes. So when the wind's right and I get home this fall, I'm gonna bow hunt. Oh, by the way, I was digging these holes up here. This is March 13th. Where turkeys gobbling. It was awesome. Well, let me walk over. Hopefully I have enough battery. Walk over and show you this other persimmon. I got 2 flavors of Japanese persimmon, and I put one out here in the center. This is one right here. Of course, we can't see it. It's protector, but it's a Euro, and the other name, Gyro. I don't know. Well, I'm going to show you the other one. I didn't get enough. This is my north stand. So everything, you know, 10, 19 yards, 28 yards. So I don't want to shoot that far, but these deer come in from the west through my timber. Oh, and by the way, the deer are hitting my mineral sites. They're hitting them. I'm happy. So this is my other Japanese. I'm going to bring another cage up and put on top. I had that right upside down, but that's gyro. So hopefully this thing will get enough sun. If not, I will handle that. Thanks everybody for coming along with me. I'm going to have an awesome place. At least I hope so. At least my kids will. So thank you all. Update when this thing germinates and looks good. I'll update it.